Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of things having to do with Nollywood, Nigerian movie industry, AGN, the Actors Guild of Nigeria, who are supposed to actually be the body, who protects the property, life, and careers, both serving and retirement of the actors and all of that. Now, for quite some time, they are constantly being dragged. Yes, every now and then on social media, having to do with, they don't take care of themselves. They're always coming out crying. They need this, they need that, they need money, they're sick, and all of that. And a case in question is that of John Okafor, the very popular Mr. Ibuya, who was pronounced sick. Yes, who was reported sick. That was a couple of weeks ago now. Yeah, there was this rumor during the week that he was dead, but that was just a rumor because we had to do our findings, and we now realize it was just speculation. Yeah, he was reported to be very, very sick, and he was pleading for funds to help in resuscitating his health. And a certain very dark man, a very controversial social media commentator came on board and was dragging AGN. I mean, it was that bad that the players of AGN now, Kate Henshaw and Co, had to come out to defend themselves. Like, no, they don't neglect theirs. They've been on this case for a while, but the fact is this, people too, actors are humans and they have their own demons and their issues to, battle. So to make sense of this, I have to invite Nollywood veteran, a very great thespian, a professional to the core, Sam Obeakheme, to join me in the studio so we could actually talk about this. If you have seen the popular movie, the Stubborn Grasshopper, yes, I keep saying the crazy, yeah, the Stubborn Grasshopper, you know what I'm talking about. He actually acted the character of the late General Abacha there, and it's a pleasure always having you right here with me in the house. So good morning, sir. Yeah, good to have you once again with me on the program,
Good morning,
the Saturday show. Yeah, he's been quite a long time though. I've not seen for quite some time. It's like, bros have been very busy on set, locations, shooting and all that, I guess.
It's one of those things.
Actually,
we've been moving around,
yes,
trying to bring food to the table.
Absolutely.
Homes,
Very, very key.
I presently work in the University of Benin as a facilitator.
Okay.
As a part-time thing because I have to create room for my acting profession.
Yeah.
So once a while, I travel to locations to do one of good things.
Okay, nice one. So that is like a hustle on the side, like we say right here on the show. Okay. So AGN, Actors Guild of Nigeria. There was an election a couple of months back. Had a new president. Yes. Had a new secretary. The president of Jeremiah, a friend of mine. He was here. We actually talked at length on how to actually reshaping the AGN and create better life for actors. So, constant dragging of this body every now and then by individuals, industry watchers, having to do with they don't do enough for their members. Why do you think this is so?
I disagree with the opinion of some people that says they don't take care of their members. Very big credit to Actors Guild of Nigeria. Yeah, by the grace of God, I'm a pioneer member of Actors Guild of Nigeria.
Yeah.
We initial initiative or the present initiative is to drive the actors to the biggest lengths in production. But we have some challenges. We individually created an industry that is thriving now, that is promoting the country. All we expected is the government, states, federal, to come in and shape it better. Give us some structures. One, there's nothing bad in a government producing a film, using the practitioners and placing a particular amount of money for actors. Because the private producers, they don't really have money. Content creation has gone way above, People these days don't even need to buy cameras because cameras, you get different models all the time. And as you get it, the same thing happens to the phones, the hiring fee and all that.
Yeah.
So we expect that the federal government should do everything possible to reduce the import of this product. Make sure that they don't even attract any fee. You understand? At the airport, so that production will be cheaper and the practitioners will be paid well. You understand?
Yeah.
So these are the things we are really talking about. Then coming to the actors having issues. Yes, it's a natural thing. is the people's industry. Practitioners are celebrities.
Yes.
These are the people you want to know about, whether they are okay, they are not. So when you hear that when somebody is sick, it's because it's popular. This same thing goes every other place, in every other industry, in every other ministry. People are sick even more than what you expect. But because you expected so much from us, we expect so much from you too, as a government, as a people, to support when there are issues like this.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Okay, all right. So I was saying right here from you, the Actors Guild of Nigeria, being the body that protects the actors' interests, are doing enough for you guys, the actors. Is that what we're trying to establish here?
That is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. They are not doing enough, but they are trying.
They are trying.
Yeah.
They can do enough.
They can,
at the end of the day.
They are given the opportunity by
they
the
can
federal
do more.
government.
Okay.
Yeah, do
but
more.
do we really expect the federal government, like it happens over there in the Western world, Hollywood and in the UK, to actually come on board? Because I was thinking, you know, the acting, the movie industry is supposed to be independent on its own. So attracting the federal government coming out to seizing it, is that?
That is exactly what I'm telling you.
Yes.
What we're saying is this. Yes, an industry has been formed.
Yeah.
You have a child that is so creative that decided to build something that you love, that even the world appreciates.
Yes.
As a father, all you need to do is to encourage that child to grow bigger.
Okay.
By at least putting some funds into some. There's nothing different or bad in having a country that will say, okay, Actors Guild of Nigeria, you people are trying. Come up with a budget, come up with a script, come up with a story. Let's fund it. Or give us a story that promotes the country, which we can do. If we do such stories, you put in more funds. If possible, take up the responsibilities.
Okay. Now, I think what most people are saying that drag you guys, that drag the AGN, is that the movie industry of late have been making so much money, especially with the coming of the streaming platforms. Yes, the Netflix, Prime, and the rest of it. So it seems as though there's so much money being made. Like we hear and see all the time, movies hitting the 1 billion naira mark and all of that. Oh yes, you know, movies, several of them, let's not go mentioning. And so people are thinking like, okay, this money could be, some of this money, like you pay your tithe or so, could be saved over time by the AGN or so, right? So there should be a pocket, yeah. There should be a sort of a piggy bank, so that when issues like this come on board, rather coming to solicit for help, for funds and all of that, you just go in there, help out. Although Ketan just said something like that, that they did in the case of Mr. Ibu, but it seems as though the situation, you know, kept on recurring and they are actually like spent out, you know. So going by this, what do you make? Yeah.
What Ketan Shaw actually told us is true. The truth of the matter is this. You see, you just told me now that the industry is doing so much.
Has been reported on the news. Yeah.
But that is an advantage to the government. Okay. The government should now see how to guide this child that is making so much money by probably taxing him or her of certain amount of money he makes at a particular time as a kid for that child. Then when issues like this come up, you can now put in the money to see how to make that child grow.
All right, so you are talking about a synergy between both the government now
and the practitioners.
Practitioners. All right, okay. All right, okay, all right. And this doesn't seem forthcoming.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Wow. And I think there have always been cry for this over time.
It's very, very important.
Over time. There's been cry for this over time. But I think the government eyes are opening now to how lucrative the entertainment world is. Like I understand the House of Senate, they've called on Naira Marley to come and explain how he wants to deposit the money Mohbad has made from his record label, because you know there's been issues of DNA, you know, DNA results, who to give the money to and all of that, if he's the owner of the child or not, you know, and all of that. So let's hope with this eye opener now, right, that they might actually come now as a major player, synergizing with the industry. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I want to chip in one thing. The Nigerian Film Corporation is a very good body that the government has actually established, but they are not doing their work. Most of the practitioners in that ministry should be people that are in the industry, people that have participated in the industry.
Okay, that's putting square pegs down in round holes. Okay.
So these people know the story. You see, Nollywood is one place where It's a flamboyant industry where we don't talk bad about ourselves. There's no producer who will tell you that it's not doing well. You see, in fact, we are happy people.
Yeah.
And because of that, there are a lot of lies about the kind of life we live.
Yes.
Because you don't have to attract sympathy.
Yeah.
You expect that the person that is your father should know the area where it bites you most, and he should be able to come in. So when a Nollywood practitioner now tell you, I'm doing this much, he doesn't want to talk himself down.
Okay.
He wants to talk himself good.
Just want to be there.
Yeah, I want to be
just
there.
Just create that
so
sense of, you know,
belonging. So that's just it. So
okay.
What I'm still saying, there's need for us to have a federal government that will
synergizing
the industry.
You
understand?
Okay.
And make sure that the money made by the industry is pumped more into the industry.
Okay.
When we're talking of film festivals today, practitioners don't travel.
Yes.
It's only some very little group of persons that are in the advantage ministries that travels. What happens to the practitioner? So most of these things you hear about people blowing is an individual effort.
I don't know, yeah, very well.
That needs more encouragement.
Nollywood was actually built by individuals.
Exactly.
It was self-made, you know, self-built. It became so famous that the British journalists had to nickname it Nollywood, which was adopted by us. And till tomorrow is thriving, is one of the biggest, you know, empowering businesses in our country, you know, aside music. All right, cool. Now, let's get off this AGN thinking, right? Because I can see it's getting you a little bit. You know, I was like, okay, cool. No. I bump into you. You know, when you are searching for stuffs online, right? You end up in the dark web, and you tend to see things you didn't really hope to see, and it just blows your mind. Yeah. So I bump into this story of yours while you were a kid, being so naughty in school that your dad, who was the military officer then, you know, actually had to come straighten you up in front of your classmates in school.
It's true.
True.
Yep.
Walk us through that story. I really want to get. I want to hear the story from you.
My late father was a military, and he was a civilian.
All right.
And being a juvenile, so to say, I'm sorry, I'm now better.
Oh, yeah. You are a much grown-up man now.
I thought if I commit offense in my primary school, I have a military father that will come and oppress his teacher.
As immunity.
Yeah.
As having immunity.
Yeah, immunity, you know, but it was a disappointing.
Yes.
Because that was where the war really ended. Yeah. And the people we brought into the primary school were very giants looking men.
All right.
So when I committed this offense with some of my friends in an inter-house sport, and in the course of inter-house sport.
It was an inter-house sport. All right, okay.
So in the course of punishing us, they asked us to bring our hands. I kept my hands very close to my eyes. Yeah. And mistakenly, it just touched my side of the eyes. And the whole thing got swollen. I said, thank God. I will let this man know that my father is a soldier.
It's a soldier.
So I went, when my father was coming from work, I sat in front of him. Yeah. When he saw me, I said, what happened to your eye? I said, one teacher really maltreated me. He said, are you serious? The hand guy he showed gave me courage that,
he was going to do damage the next day in school.
So the next day we got to school and the teacher explained to my father what happened.
Yes.
He said he knows that the primary 6 students are very heavy. He said, yes. They should get him 6 of them. You know, when they came, I was still watching my father.
Like he wants to do justice.
They arranged the chairs.
Yes.
He now begged the teacher that he should please give me 20 strokes of the cane. I was like,
that was when it dawned on you that you just got.
I was like, is this my father? So at a point, the teacher was even begging my father to reduce the strokes. You know, but I would tell you, after that thing, my father never come to see anything that I did in all my academics. Okay. You know, but why I love that lesson, even though I hated that man. Many parents today, they take advantage of the situation and go to school and make noise. Our father then, most of them were like that. And we expect our fathers now to emulate such an attitude.
Yes. We really say going by this made your school, when I say your school, that's your era now of persons, better off than what we have now.
Yes.
Because now I think it's really, really crazy. And I think it's having to do with the whole Montessori thinking, child right thing and all that,
It made me to be obedient. It made me to be disciplined.
Yeah.
It made me to know
the right from wrong.
To know the right from wrong.
Okay.
It made me to know that I should not say because I have a father and I should misbehave.
That is a military man.
Yeah, a military man. And I want my father to know some positive things about me than negative. And that is how it should be.
Absolutely.
That is what parents should be doing.
Absolutely. So where do you think we lost it now, though? Where do you think the country lost it now?
Yeah,
the
truth of the matter is that I really don't know. I'm a Christian, but when I talk about church, people may think maybe I'm trying to blaspheme.
Yeah.
Some of the churches these days are not really
matters.
they are not helping matters. They are not. They make us to understand that man is a witch. Yeah. This one is a devil. Yeah. You shouldn't go to that home. Yeah. That time we're growing up, when we go to birthdays, they don't give you rice individually.
Oh yeah.
They put it on a tray and call everybody to come and eat.
Oh boy.
When they finish,
you don't even try that now. You don't even think about
that. When you are suspecting the other boy to be a witch. The other family. So those are the things. Our parents these days, plus me, should try to see our children as the people that belong to the world, absolutely, not just to us. Yeah. When they grow up, all we need to do is to guide them, not to protect them even when they are going bad.
And go astray. Because the end consequence will be very, very...
Very, very. No? That is the truth. That is the truth.
Yes, all right. So, coming from a military background, was that why you were able to nail that movie, The Stubborn Grasshopper? Because I always say, I've always told you this again and again. You nailed that.
I would say yes. Wow. Yes, in the sense that I would have loved to be a military, but the only challenge I have is that I really don't like. I don't like a situation where you correct me on everything. Yeah. Mostly like dressing and other things. You know. So the thing is that the military is a very disciplined place. When I talk about the army, they are very, very disciplined. And
you learn from that.
I learned from that.
Because we can see from your body language, I know there was a lot of rehearsals went into this, and stuff, the makeup and all that stuff. You looked 100 like the legend.
No, talking about rehearsals, that film was really tough because we were to spend only 3 weeks in Owerri on set. We ended up spending 3 months.
3 months, man.
Yeah, wow. Because
total grilling.
Yeah, because we have what they call characterization in movie. When you are acting the role of somebody, there's need for you to see a lot of pictures to know that character, how it talks, how it walks, and I was made to go through those.
Do we have that in Nollywood?
No, we don't. We don't. We just rush over stories and pay money. People go from. Some people have up to 3 sets they are working today because they want to make money. So the stories are not detailed.
But it seems as though they are making more money now than they did way back then. So what do you think?
When we talk about making more money, some people are making more money.
Yeah, okay, some people are.
The truth of the matter is that it's not justified. Okay. It's not justified and it doesn't make the whole thing good. Right. The money in film industry, initially we call it show. We're not talking about the business. But the show has to go on. You have to give the show before you talk about. But now everybody just talking about the business. They're not thinking about the show.
Right. Okay. Let's jump on what I call my gossip gang here. Let's check out happenings around the entertainment world. Welcome to Gossip Gang. So initially I chipped in Mr. Ibu, rumored to be dead during the week, but thank God, he isn't dead. We did not find it. He's still very, very much alive. Sometimes we just wonder people that actually go about such rumors. But something I never let go is what Shegwan Rinze told me. Years ago, I just begun this business, and I asked him, why are there so much rumor in the industry? And he said, shocker, brah, rumor is the engine oil you use in greasing the mill.
Exactly.
Do you go by that?
Exactly.
Right. So I never ever forget that. It's stuck here all this while. But have you been in touch with Mr. Ibu, though?
I have to be honest. I've been in Benin. I've been in Edo State for a while now.
No phone calls. No.
I called the president of one of the guilds yesterday.
Yes. Okay.
The president of Dr. Victor Okai.
Yes.
He actually told me that nothing like that, and that actually we are not supposed to even say anything like that till we hear from the Actors Guild of Nigeria. All
right, okay. PD, let's see John Okafor Hospital on the screen, so people get to know who we're talking about. Yes, okay.
Until when we hear from Actors Guild of Nigeria, because one, any fund that is coming into the movie industry now has to go through that guild.
Through that guild, yes.
Yeah, through that guild. Because
but what is actually the ailment? People have been asking that too.
I have to be honest with you, I don't know.
You don't know, right?
I know it has to do with the stomach, swelling. Yes. It has to do, the doctor has to come out to tell us something about it.
Okay.
I don't really know.
All right. Okay, cool. We just wish him the best. hopefully, this was him at the hospital celebrating his birthday last week, and this was where he actually called for help. And we hope funds have been raised already, and he'll be flown out for proper treatment. Okay. We love Mr. Ibuma. He has actually entertained us over time, made our childhood. How is Ibu really, on ground, aside being a character, on ground normally?
He's a very friendly human being. Funny enough, initially when he came in, we never thought he would be as good as this.
Oh, wow.
He was actually into assisting producers as a crew and others, but along the line, like any human being, he probably just, let me give this thing a try.
Okay.
And fine, he did. And he's doing well.
Okay, all right.
He's doing well, and most of the time when we meet, we'll just laugh over yesterday.
Yes, I just played. All right. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So don't forget once again, he's the star of the show. Sam, thanks so much for coming through.
Thank you.
I salute you, bro. All right.